get started, if people just want to move up and in, we're able to get the projector working as well. We're going to start with a short recitation of the Quran. One of our grad students, Zara, I don't know where she went. You want to come up here? Just for yourselves to be mindful of the intention of the gathering. I'll talk about it a little bit after Zara is done. But to understand that our being here tonight is not just for us, but through our prayer, our collective supplication, and our hearts really just being bound in an intangible sense, utilizing the night as a source of benefit and ease for our brothers and sisters in Syria. May Allah make things easy for them. And so when you're hearing the Quran, listen to it as a mode to transition into the presence that we need from you to be here. And let it really speak to your heart and hear it through your heart. And that means you'll have to leave behind the distractions of the day, thinking about where you need to be from here, if you have exams, classes, interviews, job projects, anything else. And let the Quran just speak to your soul so that beyond your physical presence, through its barakah, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you're just as present as possible. And so, as our sister is reading, just let it be something that resonates deep within so that we can, inshallah, bring the best of ourselves to this night for the sake of our brothers and sisters in Syria. You want to get started? Okay, read this one since you left. Dude, it's fine. Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة مضغة فخلقنا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين ثم إنكم بعد ذلك لميتون ثم إنكم يوم القيامة القيامة تبعثون ولقد خلقنا فوقكم 7 طرائق وما كنا عن الخلق غافلين وأنزلنا من السماء ماء بقدر فأسكناه في الأرض وإنا على ذهاب به لقادرون فأنشأنا لكم به جنات من نخيل وأعناب لكم فيها فواكه كثيرة ومنها تأكلون وشجرة تخرج من طور سيناء تنبت بالدهن وصبغ للآكلين وإن لكم في الأنعام لعبرة نسقيكم مما في بطونها ولكم فيها منافع كثيرة ومنها تأكلون وعليها وعلى الفلك تحملون ولقد أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه فقال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره أفلا تتقون فقال الملأ الذين كفروا من قومه ما هذا إلا بشر مثلكم يريد أن يتفضل عليكم ولو شاء الله لأنزل ملائكة ما سمعنا بهذا في آبائنا الأولين إن هو إلا رجل به جنة فتربصوا به حتى حين قال رب انصرني بما كذبون فأوحينا إليه أن اصنع الفلك بأعيننا ووحينا فإذا جاء أمرنا وفارت النور فاسلك فيها من كل زوجين اثنين وأهلك إلا من سبق عليه القول منهم ولا تخاطبني في الذين ظلموا إنهم مغرقون صدق الله العظيم.
Bismillah. So we're live streaming because there's a lot of people who couldn't come on short notice. If you want to share the link for it, it's happening through my Facebook page. We just have everyone come in a little bit, especially on this side, so that people are not going to be stuck in the hall as people continue to join us, inshallah. So if we can fill in the back as well, just so it doesn't get cluttered. Okay. It's up here. Yeah, you can send it. So before we get into the dua, there's a lot of people today who came into my office and they said, what can we really do? I think one of the things you want to think about and reflect upon in our tradition, as Muslims, we really believe in our prayer. But that collective we can only resonate if you individually really believe in the power of prayer. And that prayer is not meant to be a mechanism through which we compel God, because our conceptualization of God is not as such that our prayer is about changing Him, but through it, it can enact change within us that then serves to catalyze the change that we need in this world. I was blessed to go with about 12 of our students and Amira and our sister Linda Sarsour to North Dakota a few weeks ago at Standing Rock. Many of you have probably read the news about things that took place there. It was really remarkable when we walked into the campground of Standing Rock. The chieftains of the tribes there were telling people from very diverse backgrounds, race, ethnicity, culture, country of origin, religious affiliation, spirituality, agnostic, atheistic, that the campground we were on was a prayer camp. And the inequity and the oppression, the injustice that was there, not just in that moment, but something that population and demographic, may Allah make things easy for them and all those who face any kind of oppression, those who have faced it for centuries. They said our meeting of that oppression will come through our prayer. That if you are to be here with us, be mindful of the fact that when you leave, we will still be here. And what you will do will have impact on what it is that we will have to endure. So we appreciate your support. We appreciate your service. We appreciate you being with us in our moment of need. But we need to take out of your heart anything in specific. His dua is not more special than yours in God's eyes. If He leads us in the prayer and we follow it, its impact will only reach its most critical of potential if you understand that Allah hears your prayer too. Raising money is not difficult for causes. But you got to look deep inside and really ask yourself right now why it's hard at times to just raise your hands and raise your voices. What it is that distracts us to such an extent that it necessitates us seeing the atrocities that we have seen, that we can't be in denial of, for us to take a moment to just stop and breathe. And beyond understanding that your prayer can bear deep impact, understand that we did not come tonight together to pray because we don't know what else to do. That it's not out of hopelessness or helplessness, but because when we start, when we end, in between, where there's celebration, where there's tragedy, where there's difficulty, where there's ease, there is always Allah. These last months have been a little bit tough for our community. It doesn't have to be self-deprecating, the introspection. Nor do you have to get to a place that says, what is really the challenge that I see when so many in the world are going through what they're going through right now? But to recognize and assess and understand for yourself that you are exactly where it is that you need to be. And when you understand through the realities of what this world has thrown at us, it's not that we as Muslims or we as humanity or we as people are not winning or we're not victorious. But our turning to God is what we start with and what we end with. Because if you think about this in the frame of, hey, we're not winning, I'm going to tell you tonight, you got to start thinking from the frame of God can't lose. People are going to take what they want to of this world. They're going to take what they want to of this dunya. They're going to acquire the material. They will be unjust. They will be oppressive. They will be selfish. They will be motivated by greed. May Allah protect us from ever being like this. They will be in spaces where racism, hatred, and bigotry, tyranny seems as if it is what it is. But your understanding has to be in a space that the reality is such that the more of the gains of this dunya is not a sign of victory. And as we stumble and as we struggle and we move forward as best as we can, understand and believe Allah's promise is true. And you might think in the frame of what can we do to win? But again, understand and believe in a God. He's not going to lose. I'm not in a place where I have pity for my brothers and sisters in Syria. May Allah make things easy for them. Where my sense of compassion, my sense of understanding, hope, and mercy is not diluted with a sense of arrogance and egocentricity that says, look at where they are and how difficult it is for them. But I would say to you as my brothers and sisters, they're going to get what Allah will give to them. And He sees what is taking place there. Get to a place of recognition and understanding. Not of what it is that they are in terms of states of being, both physically and metaphysically. But what does it say of our hearts? That we need to see what it is that they go through, to just really reflect upon the reality of this world and what our role is meant to be in it. Out of respect, solidarity, real love for our brothers and sisters in humanity, let tonight be the first night that you are moved and motivated, not just in terms of self-gain, but in real recognition of what your values and what your moral compass is. And I'm saying it to somebody, as somebody who loves each of you very much. It shouldn't take that for us to just stop and think about what this... The bodies of young children, the trauma that we see in their eyes, the rubble of their homes, the cries of our elderly, the widows and the orphans, to stop for a moment and really assess and understand what is it that we're doing. So the third thing that I'll say to you is that if you came here tonight just to make yourself feel better, That's okay, because we all need healing. And I don't want you to think that you're wrong for doing that. But once your heart starts to mend and it starts to grow and it starts to benefit from the barakah of this gathering, let yourself be in these spaces beyond tonight, with a sense and understanding that our collective voice will never be what our individual voice will be. And it shouldn't take the undeniable reality of hardship and pain that men and women face in this world for us to actually see with our eyes, to then give up just a part of our nights to come and pray for the sake of those other than ourselves. Let your heart heal from being with your brothers and sisters in the space of real community. And when you pray tonight, make sure you go home and you pray again. You wake up tomorrow and you pray. You understand that your dua, your salah, each and every opportunity that has been given to you through it is something that can elevate not just your consciousness, but alleviate the afflictions of those that are waiting for us to find their realities in our prayers. Why did you come here tonight? And don't leave until you achieve even a portion of it. And how will you continue with real love? Real love. Not fear, not anxiety, not confusion, not hate, not bigotry. But tonight, we meet their oppression with real love. We bring the balance to this world with real love. We understand and believe in a God who is the source of love. And you turn to Him with that voice and that intention. Sheikh Fayaz is going to share some words with us. And then our brother Ibad Rahman is going to lead us in this dua. At the conclusion of it, just take some moments to make our own prayer, our own supplication as a community. And then we move forward with a different sense of energy and recognition of what our brothers and sisters need us to be for them. Please try as best as you can to stay through the duration of it. Let us benefit from your presence and not have to feel the impact of your absence. It's just for moments. It's not going to be for a long time. And even if it has to be part of the motivation, I'll guarantee to you that your being here will bring you more benefit than anyone else. So if it requires you to just stay awake a little longer or change a little bit of what you had planned, it'll be okay. Your voice is important for this night to go. Present mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Turn off your phones. Don't look at them. Leave them behind. Just be with each other. Be with your hearts. And be with Allah for the sake of our brothers and sisters.
One day, a man, he came to Imam Ali alayhi salam when he was in his years as caliph in Kufa, and he came toward him, and the news had been spread that within the region a Christian lady had her anklet bracelet stolen. He is the leader of the Muslim world at the time, which was upwards of 30 contemporary countries, the Middle East, parts of northern Africa. And he responded toward his minister, telling him that by responding, I wouldn't be surprised if a believer died upon hearing this tragic news. I wouldn't be surprised if a believer died upon hearing such tragic news that a lady had her bracelet stolen. Today, yesterday, the last several months, the upcoming months, we're going to wake up every morning and we're going to take out our phones, we're going to go on social networking, and we're going to see images and pictures and hear news reports. And within these images and pictures, we're going to see the most horrific of sights: dead bodies, children, mothers who have lost their children. The most hurtful things that a human's eyes could bear sight to, but none of us die upon hearing that news. None of us shed a tear. None of us, in the midst of seeing that, we really make an impactful change other than perhaps stating, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, and then the next day you see the same thing, where you just continue scrolling on your phones. What has happened to us as a human being is that we've become desensitized to all of the violence, all of the imagery, all of the pictures, all of the news reports over the last several years. Every day there's a bomb blast in one part of the world or in several parts of the world. And we're able to move on with our lives incredibly casually. Today we've all gathered together to make dua for oppressed people in Syria. But tomorrow they're going to be oppressed, and yesterday they were oppressed, and next week there's people who are dealing with oppression. These days, though there are not enough of them, and though we potentially may not be able to gather every single moment, when we have events like this, when we have moments like this, where we as a community come together in order to pray for any group of people, any type of people, we need to make sure that we internalize these moments that we're living through right now. Meaning that tomorrow we're not going to be able to come for a prayer service even if something really horrific happens. And the day after that probably it won't happen. But maybe in 3 months we're going to gather again and remember another unfortunate tragedy. Inshallah, we won't have to. But what we need to do is to recognize that within these moments, what type of profound effect it can have on our hearts, on our souls. What are we going to do when we leave this gathering? Today we've come to stand up against injustice, to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is the all-just. When we leave this gathering, what are we doing in order to create some sort of community, some sort of world that is a lot more just than it is now, than it was yesterday, or than it's going to be tomorrow? The problem is when we see all of these images and when we hear all of these news reports and when we are constantly being bombarded with tragedy after tragedy, we see that the internal struggle that takes place within our hearts, again, through this desensitivity, we become forgetful and we begin to marginalize a lot of the oppression that is taking place. What we need to do, my brothers and sisters, my friends, is that in these moments, we need to make sure that we are working and making our best effort to purify ourselves internally so that we are actually impacted when we hear about these sorts of tragedies every single day. In other words, that when this man, he comes to Imam Ali on that day and he states that I wouldn't be surprised if a believer dies upon hearing such tragic news, and the fact that we hear news that is several times worse than that of a lady losing her anklet bracelet or having it being stolen, is that our level of belief and our level of faith has also kind of eroded over the years. And the more that we see and the less sensitivity that we have and the lack of emotion that we portray toward an oppressed people is leading toward that. Today we're remembering this awful news that has come out of Syria. That's been happening for the last 4 years. Over the last 6 to 8 months, there have there are kids in Yemen who are being malnourished because their mothers don't have any milk to feed them. And there's no access toward milk toward feeding these children. If you take a look, for instance, if you just Google it, you'll see the images of children. When you see them, your eyes won't believe them. Thousands upon thousands of children in Yemen. And maybe in a couple of months, we're going to come and remember them. And then after that, we're going to remember another group of people. But that's not sufficient, because what are we doing in the meantime between this prayer service and the next one, which inshallah we won't have to have? We need to make sure that we're creating some sort of system of justice within our own hearts by trying our very best to build a relationship with our Creator, the All-Merciful, the All-Just, and say, oh God, out of your justice, out of your absolute justice, allow for some of that light to be illuminated in my heart, in our hearts, so we're able to stand up for those who are oppressed all across the world and make dua and supplication for them. There's a small supplication that I wanted to recite, a small dua, and if we can just all recite it together. It's a dua from Imam Zainul Abidin, the fourth Imam from the Shi'i tradition. And in this dua, it's very short and I'll translate it. He states, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Bismillahi wa billah wa min Allah wa ila Allah. Wa fi sabilillah, Allahumma laka aslamtu nafsi wa ilayka wajjahtu wajhi wa ilayka fawwadtu amri. واحفظني بحفظ الإيمان من بين يدي ومن خلفي وعن يميني وعن شمالي ومن فوقي ومن تحتي وادفع عني بحولك قوتك فإنه لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. This is a dua that the Imam Zain al-Abidin, the great grandson of the Prophet, would recite when he was making dua to push away oppression for himself. But we make it with the intention to push away oppression from all people who are encountering trials and tribulations. The dua states, in the name of Allah, with Allah, from Allah, unto Allah, and in the way of Allah. O Allah, I surrender myself to you. I direct myself towards you. I entrust my affairs toward you. So keep me safe with the preservation of belief me from below me, and repel evil from me with your strength and with your power, because surely there is no strength and power except with you, O Allah, the All-High, the All-Great. We need to use this day and these moments as a reflection in order to internalize these moments and see what type of impact that we as individuals can make when we leave a gathering like this to support people who are going through difficulties.
So we're going to recite the dua al-nasiri together. Their brother Ibadur Rahman leading us in it. It's up on the projection screen. Can you keep scrolling through when we do it? So Ibad will read the Arabic. Oh, this is the other translation. Is it this, the Arabic? Yeah. I'm going to be reading a different translation, but the gist of it is the same. The Arabic is the same. If you want to follow along on that. To give you a perspective as we go in, and it's not to strike a chord in your heart that is meant to be purposely sensationalized, but to think about it as reality. Can we just again have everyone move in, make room for the people who are out? So the backs of the rooms, we could also fill in. That'd be great. You can move up too, if you'd like. Sheikh Muhammad al-Yaqubi, who is a scholar of Syrian descent. He comes from a lineage of scholars in Syria, Damascus, known to many people. He said earlier today, in regards to the people, the men and women of Syria, that he's getting questions from those who are in Aleppo, that would it be okay for them as men to kill their wives and sisters rather than seeing them be raped in front of their eyes? Meaning, would it be religiously better and permissible in that situation, should they take their women's lives rather than letting them be in a place where they are treated, violated, tortured in these ways? So put it into perspective. May Allah never make us people who have to feel anything like this. You gotta pray tonight for people, man. Don't know what you're doing. Don't pray because you said, I can't believe that I haven't even prayed or made sajda to God in how many years. Tonight's not about you taking on yourself in a way or giving you complacency in response to actions that you had full ability to do and you did not do them. Syria. Leave all the rest of it behind. The waswasa, the doubts, the whispers. Inshallah, your nafs telling you that you need to be someplace else, that you're not good enough, that you are not this enough or that enough. Leave it behind. And understand that right now, there are men and women who need for us to be here tonight for them. Ibad is going to read a page in Arabic. I'll read the English, and we'll go. Inshallah. Do you want to say any words about the dua or anything before we start?
This is dua al-nasiri, which has been translated by Sheikh. I think you'll see in the message our utter need of God and really begging of God, asking of God for His help. So we'll begin with the verse of sending. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الله يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين تسليما.
In the name of God, the Beneficent, the Merciful. O all of you of faith, bless him and salute him with sincere salutations.
إليك إله العرش أرفع حاجتي وأفضي بما عن كل خلقك أكتم فيا رب زدني منك صبرا وداوني فمنك دواء ما أشتكي وبلسم وكم لك من فضل علي ومنة وحاشاك أرجو منك عفوا فأحرم إذا لم تكن لي في الصعاب فمن ترى يكون لعمري منك ما لست أفهم فأنت الإله الحق ما لي موئل سواك وما للقلب غيرك يرحم.
To you, God of the throne, I raise my only plea, to confess to you, my Lord, what others cannot see. My Lord, by your presence, treat and remedy my heart and the disease, or efface this misery. I cannot enumerate the blessings you've bestowed, forbid, my God, my pardon from being withheld. And if you don't save me from this living hell, what will become of me? Can anyone foretell? O God, you are the real, my port, my only grace.
يا من إلى رحمته المفار ومن إليه يلجأ المضطر ويا قريب العفو يا مولاه ويا مغيث كل من دعاه بك استغثنا يا مغيث الضعفاء فحسبنا يا رب أنت وكفى فلا أجل من عظيم قدرتك ولا أعز من عزيز سطوتك لعز ملكك الملوك تخضع تخفض قدر من تشاء وترفع والأمر كله إليك رده وبيديك حله وعقده وقد رفعنا أمرنا إليك وقد شكونا ضعفنا عليك فارحمنا يا من لا يزال عالما بضعفنا ولا يزال راحما انظر إلى ما مسنا من الورى فحالنا من بينهم كما ترى.
O you whose mercy is a refuge for all those in dire need who flee to you to lose their woes. O Master of reprieve, whose pardon is so near, your answer all in need, they know that you do hear. We beg for your relief, Redeemer of the weak. You are enough for us, both humbled and so meek. No strength can ever match your awesome majesty. No might can ever breach your just authority. The kings all bow like us to your great sovereignty. You choose whom to abase or raise decisively. Calamities we face are only stopped by you. It's in your hands, they are dissolved within your view. For solace in these states we turn to you alone, complaining that we cannot make it on our own. Be merciful with us, you know our frailty. O you whose mercy falls like rain unceasingly, please look upon us now in all our misery. Our state is souls oppressed, displayed so openly.
قد قل جمعنا وقل وفرنا وانحط ما بين الجموع قدرنا واستضعفونا شوكة وشدة واستنقصونا عدة وعدة فنحن يا من ملكه لا يسلب لذنا بجاهك الذي لا يغلب إليك يا غوث الفقير نستند عليك يا كهف الضعيف نعتمد أنت الذي ندعو لكشف الغمرات أنت الذي نرجو لدفع الحسرات أنت العناية التي لا نرتجي حماية من غير بابها تجي أنت الذي نسعى بباب فضله أكرم من أغنى بفيض نيله أنت الذي تهدي إذا ضللنا أنت الذي تعفو إذا زللنا وسعت كل ما خلقت علما ورأفة ورحمة وحلما وليس منا في الوجود أحقر ولا لما عندك منا أفقر.
Our numbers are reduced, our formal wealth effaced, our once exalted rank in high repute abased. They think us without strength and deem us without power. Our numbers in their eyes seem easy to devour. O you whose mighty kingdom never becomes less, we hope to take asylum in divine largesse. Haven of the helpless, upon you we depend. Helper of the hapless, we trust in your godsend. You are the one we call. Relieve our heavy loads. Repel our life's travails. Abolish what corrodes. Your protection only, your providence that's true. The door is yours alone that everything comes through. You are the only one whose bounteous door we seek. Most generous of givers, our Lord, you are unique. You bring us to the path, should we all go astray and overlook our slips when we lose our way. All created things you hold in your embrace, with mercy and with light, the compass of your grace. Nothing in existence is able to compare with just how base we are in mortality's affair.
يا واسع الإحسان يا من خيره عم الورى ولا ينادى غيره يا منقذ الغرق ويا حنان ويا منجي الهلك ويا منان ضاق النطاق يا سميع يا مجيب عز الدواء يا سريع يا قريب وقد مددنا ربنا الأكفا ومنك ربنا رجونا اللطفا فالطف بنا فيما به قضيتا ورضنا بما به رضيتا وأبدل اللهم حال العسر وأبدل اللهم حال العسر باليسر وامددنا بريح النصر واجعل لنا على البغاة الغلبة واقصر أذى الشر على من طلبه وقهر عدانا يا عزيز قهرا يفصم حبلهم ويصمي الظهرا واعكس مرادهم وخيب سعيهم واهزم جيوشهم وأفسد رأيهم وعجل اللهم فيهم نقمتك فإنهم لا يعجزون قدرتك.
O infinite in beauty, whose endless good befalls the creatures you have made, so answer all our calls. You alone save drowning souls, so gracious with our states, rescuing the doomed, relieving our dire straits. Constriction is increasing, there is no cure in sight, so hasten to our needs, respond to set them right. Our hands are raised to you, our palms are open wide. We seek sincerely endless grace you do provide. Be gentle with our souls in all you have decreed. Bestow on us what pleases you in what we need. Replace our state of hardship with your gentle ease, and guide us with your power's prevailing breeze. And place our status over those who took our lands. Constrain their evil now, and tightly bind their hands. Overcome our foes with your subduing might. Unravel all their hopes and force them to take flight. Deter their evil aims and dash their unjust plan. Repel them from our gates and mystify each man. Be swift in justice, Lord, in this our anxious hour, for they cannot remove an atom of your power.
يا ربي بحبل عصمتك قد اعتصمنا وبعز نصرتك فكن لنا ولا تكن علينا ولا تكلنا طرفة إلينا فما أطقنا قوة للدفع ولا استطعنا حيلة للنفع وما قصدنا غير بابك الكريم وما رجونا غير فضلك العميم فما رجت من خيرك الظنون بنفس ما تقول كن يكون يا ربي بك التوصل لما لديك وبك التوسل يا ربي أنت ركننا الرفيع يا ربي أنت حصننا المنيع يا ربي أنلنا الأمن إذا ارتحلنا وإذا أقمنا يا ربي واحفظ زرعنا وضرعنا واحفظ تجارنا ووفر جمعنا واجعل بلادنا بلاد الدين وراحة المحتاج والمسكين.
O Lord, by holding on to your most gracious rope, we bind it to our faith and knot it to our hope. So stand for us today, don't counter what we try. Forsake us not, O Lord, the blinking of an eye. We're powerless to stop this onslaught of their force or strategize to benefit our country's course. We seek no good except what flows from your wide door and yearn for grace that comes from your unending more. All thoughts within our hearts will find serenity through God who fashions all by only saying be. O Lord, by you alone we will achieve our end. By you, through you, your means to you, our only friend. Sustainer of us all, O towering support, our Lord who grants us all defense within his fort. Secure our hearts within your glorious defense, in restless journeys far or in our residence. Protect our herds, preserve our crops, increase our gains, and give and bless our commerce with approving rains. Fill our land with good prosperity, release our citizens from dire poverty.
واجعل لها بين البلاد صولا وحرمة ومنعة ودولا واجعل من السر المصون عزها واجعل من الستر الجميل حرزها واجعل بصاد وبقاف وبنون ألف حجاب من ورائها يكون بجاه نور وجهك الكريم وبجاه سر ملكك العظيم وجاه لا إله إلا الله وجاه خير الخلق يا رباه وجاه يا من به دعاك الأنبياء وجاه ما به دعاك الأولياء وجاه قدر القطب والأوتاد وجاه حال الجوس والأفراد وجاه الأخيار وجاه النجباء وجاه الأبدال وجاه النقباء وجاه كل عابد وذاكر وجاه كل حامد وشاكر وجاه كل من رفعت قدره ممن سترت أو نشرت ذكره.
Establish righteous rule while granting noble station with high respect and dignity in every nation. Hide its natural strength and guard its secret trust and veil its protection in a graceful, gracious mist. By the sacred sounds of Sa'd and Qaf in holy noon, 1,000 veils enfolding to protect our land from ruin. By the rank of all the light from this your noble face, and sacred estimation of your vast dominion space. By the elevated rank of there is no God but God, and your beloved chosen one who lived in purity awed. By the rank of every prophet who ever called on you, by the rank of every saint who ever sought from you, by the rank of humanity's blessed pole and pillars too, all solitary saints and inspired words from you, by the rank of those select and pious overseers, chosen spiritual substitutes for those departing here, by the rank of the faithful devotees who live in dignity, who praise their God in gratitude for his decree, by the rank of everyone you raise to noble heights, among those you conceal or those you bring to light.
وجاه آيات الكتاب المحكم وجاه الاسم الأعظم المعظم يا ربي يا ربي وقفنا فقراء بين يديك ضعفاء حقراء وقد دعوناك دعاء من دعا ربا كريما لا يرد من سعى فاقبل دعاءنا بمحض الفضل قبول من ألغى حساب العدل وامنن علينا منة الكريم واعطف علينا عطفة الحليم وانشر علينا يا رحيم رحمتك وابسط علينا يا كريم نعمتك وخر لنا في سائر الأقوال واختر لنا في سائر الأفعال يا ربي واجعل دأبنا التمسك بالسنة الغراء والتنسك واحصر لنا أغراضنا المختلفة فيك وعرفنا تمام المعرفة واجمع لنا ما بين علم وعمل واصرف إلى دار البقاء منا الأمل.
By the rank of every sign in your book's revelation,
and the greatest name concealed in veiled occultation. Lord, we stand before you now, bereft without you, lost, without design or strategy, by every tempest tossed. We call on you with prayers of those who are infused with knowledge that their Lord is one who won't refuse. Accept this prayer, O Lord,